All right. Hi, Kat. Let me pull up chat on my phone, the volume down so I can see it. All right. I'm glad I ate when I ate. I finished this morning. I got up super early and I didn't feel like getting up and doing a whole lot, but it was already underpainted. So I just put the colored pencil over the paint, over the craft paint. When this is dry, I do need to go in and kind of take that out of the background a little bit. But I put a coat of varnish on it. Hi, Dad. All right, so I have the Arteza in the house. I have the 36 metallics and I have the 60 regular acrylics. So I thought we would use those. Hi, Tori. Hi, Eileen. I thought we'd use the Arteza, and I had two projects kind of in mind. The first one is based on something I saw Jody Old do. And I thought, ooh, I really like that color combination. I'm going to try to do something on the jelly plate. So I'm going to use turquoise and yellow and orange and black for that project. So I pulled some of those paints. And then there's a girl I follow on Instagram. Let me try to find her name. She's probably in some of my saved. I can never remember where to find saved. Here it is. Her name is Court Senior Art, and she used a catalyst, and then she'll do the colors. It's a lot of moving it around. A lot of times then she'll black out part of it or do something different to it, but I just like the way that she uses the catalyst. So I thought I would try a take on her version of abstract. And her name is Court Senior Art on Instagram. So let me put it, it's Court Senior Art. All right, so and then I pulled out, for that one, I pulled out some scrapbook papers to put down to peek. Like I said, I'm going to do it a little differently than the way she does it, but I pulled out some dictionary print and a couple scrapbook papers and the paint that I want to peek out. So the first thing I thought I'd do is put some of that and glue it and let it dry. So I just have a 11 by 14 canvas. I don't think I'm going to worry about the sides. So much. just going to sort of throw these scraps to the side. Just kind of like that. And then I'll just, like I said, dump those all to the side. Just want to get and this time I do want the matte medium on both layers, the canvas and the top of the paper, because I do want it to be slick. I don't want the paper to absorb the color so much. I want it to slide. Whew. We went and voted this morning. Returned an Amazon thing to Kohl's. So it's been a busy day here. Tomorrow I have to, oh, I forgot I have laundry in the washer that I need to put in the dryer. Tomorrow I have to do science fair duties, and Monday the kids go to science fair for the judging. So I found out I won't be in class on Friday. That I'm in charge of taking them now, because the girl that was going to do it had a family emergency. So now it's all up to me, which is fine because I know what I'm doing. She didn't actually know what she was first, would have been her first time doing it. So, and the girl that's going with me is a new employee and she'll be in charge of it next year. So it all works out. We'll go ahead and wrap these since I have them torn now. Wrap them around the edge. I'm working around my jelly plate too. I have a piece of paper over it, but we'll see here. Yeah, they have a science fair competition. They did projects and put them on triboards, and they're going to go and be judged against other students from other schools. And then the following Saturday, next Saturday, I will not be here because we have a science competition. So I have conferences on Friday and Science Olympiad on Saturday. I think I want a piece. I think I want a little more of the print. Just this last little bit. And then we'll set this aside and let it dry. And we'll work on the jelly plate. All right, so we'll let, like I said, we'll let that just dry over to the side. And then we'll come back and play with that. Okay. I knew I had another piece of dictionary print. And before I get started, let me show you what else I have that I'm working on. Something I've been thinking about and not sure, like, when I still don't know completely, but I have 30-inch by 5 yards of B cold press 90-pound watercolor paper to make big bunnies. I'm thinking what I want is to make them like kind of 16 by 20 so they can go in 20 by 24 frames. But I haven't completely decided. All right, and I'm going to do Paula's technique. And do crusty bits. So I pulled out, and I'm going to get paint stuck to this, but I don't care. That's the beauty of not cleaning your stencils. So I'm going to start with black in true Paula style. So this is Mars Black. I think I'm going to turn this. I don't know why, but all right. And I think I'm going to give these just a little, that's glazing liquid, just help them be a little on the thinner side. And I'm going to go a little more black. All right. And then these are rings that I cut myself. Out of divider paper. Okay. So I like those. And the other thing I thought about putting is this is a Stencil Girl stencil from the January release, I think it was. But that's not going to work. It's not going to do what I want to do. All right, so I'm going to take that off, the black, and leave the black rings. And this is medical paper that I'm using today. So I'll set that aside, and look at those. That came off the stencils right there. So I'll set that aside to use again here in a minute. Okay, I'm going to take that off. And I want that all to dry. And then I think getting out a sponge, because I do want this. But I'm going to take and do it traditionally. With the black paint directly through the stencil. Now, the only thing I will say about the set, in my opinion, that I was disappointed in so far is there are not enough blues in the set. Would you agree, Eileen? That they need more blues? There's no teal. They are, I added glazing medium, but they are on the thin side, so I probably didn't even need to. Some of the colors, it'll tell you on the box which ones are opaque. All right, I'm looking for another stencil. That might work. I think I'll use this one. It's also a stencil girl. I am doing crusty bits, and I'm doing something based on a piece that I saw on Instagram that I love the colors of the black with some teal and orange. All right, so that's good enough, I think. I think I like that amount of black. So I'm just doing it. Basically, it's a reverse. Okay, so as I said, in my opinion, there is not enough blue. There's no teal. So the only way I can get a teal is I can take the phthalo blue and the phthalo green and mix them. But for what I want to do today, I don't really didn't care for this. Now, this is a teal and a pearl, so I'm going to use that. So instead of using the Arteza for the teal, I'm going to use the PBO, the white, and, well, I'll use a little bit of this. I'm going to move this over just a little bit. All right, so now I'm going to put some turquoise on. So I'll use a little, I do want darker, so, and I want not pearlized. So I'm going to do equal parts of phthalo blue and I'm going to do some of the pearl. It's a really pretty color. Some of the PBO. And I don't know if I want to use their white. I think I'm going to use a little bit of this because I know it's very opaque. Okay, and then I'm going to use a brush to put it on, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to use a because I kind of want to get it in some random places. Lighter in some and dark in others. Work some white in. And what you see on the top is not what you're going to see. This white is perfect opaque white. Okay, I like that. Let that dry. I'm going to clean up that paint. And then we're going to do a mix of oranges. And yellow. And this is going to be the cleanup layer. But this needs to be dry before we put the orange on. Then we'll pick it up. And I have orange yellow. And then I have deep yellow. Yellow ochre, which I don't want. Indian yellow, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it's fine. Tangerine, which is a pearl. But definitely need more of that. More of the orange. Okay. Yeah, I'm drawing a reverse jelly print with a Jody Owl piece that I saw that I really liked the color combo. So I thought I would try the Arteza and try to work backwards abstractly. No, I'm not making prints for large bunnies, Shauna. The large bunnies are going to come, but I think this is going to be, my goal is to put it on the medical tissue and then use it as a whole piece on this 12 by 12 or a canvas. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to use the other brayer because I don't really want to get black in there. But I'm going to do a cleanup. This will be the intended and final pull. Okay, now you want, for the cleanup, you almost want to see your other layers shadowed underneath there. And since I did a bunch of dabbing, I kind of want to make sure that I'm mixing it up. All right, here we go, people. And I'm using the side that's not slick. I don't care if I get wrinkles. I don't want big ones, but I don't care if I get some little wrinkles. And we're going to let that really adhere because we're trying to pick up all the layers of the dry paint. So hopefully the turquoise was opaque enough with that white in it in places that we won't get too much moose poop. We'll get something usable. It may not be my original. Oh, she's coming. I think she could dry. I'm going to dry it just a little more. I want to make sure it's picking up that black and that turquoise. And this is a like a hair dryer. It's not a heat gun. Ooh, it kind of did what I wanted. It probably needs some more white. So let's get rid of the jelly plate. Because that was the purpose of the jelly plate. That was it. That was Now, do we want to work on a canvas or 12 by 12? I think it fits on a canvas better, which I just happen to have. So I'm going to set that to the side real quick. We might do a little more white to it here in a minute with a brush. Get rid of this. All right. Let's get some glue. With the big glue brush because we're serious. And let's push that around. Okay. I love the crusty bits, but you do have to think. I mean, I jelly print other ways, but I like to think stencils in stencils. Okay, I think that is definitely enough glue. All right. I'm tearing the edges, not the actual painted part. Just so I have rough edges and less paper. To deal with. All right, and I'm going to fold it in half. All right, so I've basically folded the paper in half. Okay, now I had it better the first time. I don't care if there's little wrinkles. I don't want big wrinkles. It's actually quite sturdy because the layers of the paint has allowed me to, because of the acrylic, and medical paper is just stronger than you think. Okay, so let's tear the corner. Wrap it. I'm literally like stretching it. Over the edge. Let me grab just tack down these edges real quick. Then it'll be easier to touch and work with. And I'm getting rid of some more of the paper. I thought I was going to go to the paper to the tissue to paper, but I have to say it went on the canvas really easy. I'll bring it back just a second. I'm just getting some glue on the underside, and it's easier to do that up in the air. Okay, so I think what I probably will do is I think that the edges could almost go black, but I can probably also match the oranges. Yeah, it was genius, Miss Joycey. Okay, so I feel like it needs some more, like this needs a little more work in areas. So I'm going to get a little bit of white. I just want to blend. And I'm probably going to get the turquoise back out too. Okay, let's get what I should not have tossed all those to yellow. Okay. So let's do I'm going to hit the sides with that orange. Real quick. And that'll help that immediately. And while I'm doing that, I'm thinking about what I want to do in here. I'm thinking maybe some stencil work. I use my acrylic prints all the time. I like some of the magical and ink prints I've gotten, but they tend to be very busy. When I do them with the liquids and I don't tend to use them as much as I do the acrylics. Okay, so that finished the sides. And I'm just hitting some of the places where maybe the orange didn't completely adhere, just kind of brightening it in a couple places. It's a very grunge. Okay. So what I'm wondering is if I should do the turquoise edges. I'm thinking about sponging with a stencil. Is what I'm thinking about doing. And then I'm going to come back in with the turquoise. I'm just going to work with the PBO first, and then I'll come back in with the darker, because I do like the darker that I got. Yeah, I kind of like how that. Hi, Kathy Arbor. All right, so phthalo and phthalo. But it needs that dark. It needs the darkness. So let me mix the phthalo blue. And the phthalo green. Put that back on. And I'm just trying to work in some of the circles. I don't know if we like that or we don't like it. Love the circles? Okay, Eileen. Trying to overlap some of them with the dark with the light. Need more of that white. Circles of life. Yeah, orange. I'm not a big orange fan in the sense that it took me a lot of years to embrace it, but it has to do with my, it has teal. I'm trying to do pops of dark and light. So it looks like layers on top of layers. They're oil-based liquids. Eileen did you can do a pour with them. Eileen liked them. I did not, personally. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Now, does it need some black back to set. Yeah, you don't do anything with them but themselves. I'm debating what black and how much black. Okay, I'm looking for something very specific that I think I want to use. Just saw it. I know it's in this box. Here it is. All right, let me get black. And I'm going to go with this black because I know it's opaque. All right, I'm going to start by putting this back on here. And there's some turquoise in that. So I'm hoping that'll kind of blend it. It takes forever to dry. It stinks to high heaven. I had to put it in the garage. And I'm not really that like sensitive, like sprays and stuff don't typically bother me. I work with the rubbing alcohol all the time. Now, it was very pretty when it was dry. I sold them or I'd show them to you. Okay. I think I want one more of these. But you just use them. There's these special wooden canvases that they sell that have lips that work really well. I poured them on a black canvas. Oh, sorry, I hit my phone. Okay. Just getting the side a little bit on this side too. Okay, let me. Some stuff on this back I want to take off. Okay. Probably too much black now. Let's go. So I'm going to use this in some places. And I think I'm going to do white. Moving some of those paints. The other possibility is night, Teresa. That's the great thing about it being recorded. It's too heavy in here. But I don't really know what my focal point is going to be. So maybe it's a background and it needs a girl and a quote. A blue nut. I don't have a blue nun. But I do have some. Bob, I'm on the air. Just telling you. Rockin' Rob. Maybe it needs Shauna flowers. Thanks, Judy. It's giving me problems now. But I like it as a background. I'm not sure. That's too cutesy. I'm not sure where it goes. Like that, Tori? Does it need a quote from, maybe it just needs a quote. Like from the anti-establishment book, Sticker Nation. You know, like you can't stop rock and roll, or okay. So what does it say? Oh, I don't mind it up and down, yeah. I tend to do the other way, so this helps me do something different. Blur the boundaries. So far, I'm not. So far, the rock and roll one's the only one. Drive safer. expand your horizons. This is called Sticker Nation 2. Hip hop is alive. You can't get #1 because it's way too expensive. Yeah. Laugh out loud. It's not that cute. Ooh, scripting around the circles? You want me to write? That might look cool. I can do that. And then add the sticker. Yeah, I saw abstract. I saw that. Okay, I like the idea of scripting around this in the circle somehow. Let's use song lyrics. And let's use You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. Okay, so let's get the Posca. There's the white Posca. Oh, there's 3 white Poscas. There's the black Posca. Okay, let's get the music book. It's a great idea. '80s rock and roll. Or, wait a minute. I even know more better. More better. That sounds like my niece. I have been dying to use this Johnny Cash stuff, but I never had. I'm going to do a Ring of Fire. Is it possible to get the word? Okay, that one's not writing. That one's writing. Love is a burning flame. Makes fiery ring. Well, I think I still will use the rock and roll quote, maybe. I fell down in a ring of fire. let's see. Flames went higher. I took the other lyrics out. This has got to be in white. I hate when they stop. Ring of Fire. This was a great idea. Love is a burning thing again. Okay, let me Google. I fell into a. I've got. I fell into a burning flame of fire. Down, down. Flames went higher. Thanks, Devin. Okay. Let's see. Bound by wild desire. The white keeps. It's getting stuff on it. It's another quote right in here. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. That's good. I'm just trying to balance out like the words. I fell for you like a child. Maybe that's it. I think that might be it. That broke it up. That's what it needed. You girls are geniuses because I was stuck. Now we can decide if we want to use the quote. I'm going to cut it apart. It may be too skinny. I don't think it needs the sticker. No quote. No quote. Hearing you. I don't think so either. Da, 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 da. So we're done, right? Just sign it. Yeah, it was too much. This broke it up. It pushed it. Yeah, I forget to write on stuff. Do some right around a circle or two. Be more specific. You mean like in these? Most of what I have on it is white. Yeah, I made a jelly print on medical paper. And then it was what Paula calls crusty bits. And just two circles. Be more specific. Do you mean like here? Words, Eileen, or circles? If we don't like it, we can wipe it. So you're talking about like that, Eileen? The big one on the top right. Here, I don't want to put white around that. I don't want to put white on that because it's really sheer. So I think my answer is no. But I don't mind that. That's what you mean. Like that? You are such a brat, Eileen. Okay. Okay, now stop it. No more. Okay, I think I'm happy. And I wasn't happy when the words were perfection. Okay, so let's switch gears and go to the other project. That we started. Okay, so here's the colors I've picked. I picked 3 pinks, 3 peachy colors, 3 greens, and some kind of limey yellows. So here's how she starts. So I'm going to start with some yellow. And she just brushes it on. And then I'm going to put some green next to that. And I'm going to go with some of that chartreuse pearl stuff. Okay, and she uses fairly wet paint, so I think I'm going to have to work in layers. I may not have dark enough either. Need some white because she always works some white in. All right, let's maybe 2. That's a light flesh. A new brush. Don't like that, but it'll work for a undercoat. This is a pearlized. That'll be better. Okay, I'm going to leave it kind of heavy and go with some pink in here. I'll pick up some white. Grab some white. Bear with it, Eileen. I know it's a lot of pink going on right now. Go ahead and hit the sides of this where the canvas is. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I want a darker. Color coming in. Okay, let's go with some more. Wipe the catalyst off a little bit. It's too much of that color, but we'll fix that. We need that peachy back, and we need some pink back. excess paint on the sides right now. Pull that back a little bit. Okay. My paper's lost. I like this print coming through there. I'm going to pull back some of that. I need to get some more. It's too much burgundy. So I'll pull some of that back. Okay. Okay. It was too much. Just want to pull back in some places. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, we've got enough pink. Let's put that. I don't want dark. I want pink. I'm not sure I like this green. I think I'm going to switch to a different green. Looking for sap green. Emerald green. Eileen, there are a lot of greens in this set, I will say. That's sap green. This is a metallic olive green, a pearl olive green. Need some white to kind of meld the two together, maybe. Can kind of drag like you can with a palette knife. See this bit? Need some of the darker green now. Now, she makes this look super simple. I will say that. This is my second try at trying to get her style or emulate her technique. Her name is Court Senior Art on Instagram. And she is amazing. Me, not so much. Yeah, it's a woman on Instagram. So I think that needs to dry. I'm going to make some of this blister. Okay, let's let that dry or cool down. She's fabulous. Her painting or her paint? Yeah, I'm just mesmerized when I watch her. Okay, so I think it needs a little of the pink in here. I think I'm going to use my regular palette knife. I want to break up some of that green just. I don't want the burgundy. I just want the pink. And then we should be ready to go to the next step. Okay. So let's get rid of that paint. I think the dump system will work. At least I used my catalyst. Okay. Now, let that dry for a few minutes and get artist tape or painter's tape. I think I want painter's tape. I just don't have that much of it. Well, I have a little bit of blue, but I don't have a lot. Like, I don't think we'll get very far. Okay, there's a piece. We'll use a combination. I'm just trying to burnish the edges. That's a little damp still in the middle. Okay. This is skinnier, which I kind of like. It's also probably more flexible. Well, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. All right, and we'll make it do this. Right. That gets me started. And I'll kind of freehand some of it. Thanks, Tori. Night. I know it's late. Okay. Don't freak. Got in that white, so that's going to be a little gray. All right. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going there. Just kind of doing it intuitively. Okay. I'm going to let those dry and hit them. Again. All right, let's peel those off and see where we go from here. Okay. Now I'm going to have to switch brushes. So it's a little easier to get a straight line. that tape that travels in a or turns. I don't know. It looks like an interstate is right. She just makes it look easy. There are parts I like and there are parts I really don't like. It's supposed to be like ribbons. My first thought was to paint everything black and just like the colors stand out, but I couldn't get the tape to cooperate, so we'll just keep going. We're building highways, right and left. Because, you know, push comes to shove, the entire thing can be gone in a minute. It's very different for me. So maybe it needs writing in the loops. Maybe what saved it last time will save it this time. So another color ribbon after the black. Okay, I think it needs a thinking on. I'm going to clean up the paint that's over here. And then we're going to try, it may need more layers. Oh, it's not done. It needs something. It needs a facelift. That's definitely. There are parts of it I really like. Bits and pieces. Did you see the other one, Kathy? We're pausing. We can't. They made me write on it and it made it perfect. Which it's not me either. This is me, people. That's not so much me. Okay. Part of me thinks like a tissue layer that would go clear with black text or stamping text on it in areas. I mean, I think about, like going with black ink and getting some text in some places. Yeah, yeah. But that's not to say you couldn't stick a bunny on it and have a bunny and it just, like I can always paint over it. So in fact, maybe I like it this way. Yeah, I'm loving the paints. I love the sheen and the metallic. It's just not me. It's different. And thanks, Kathy. I didn't like it until they made me write on it. Okay, so thought one is to stamp in black ink. A bunny. Eileen. But Kathy, look what I got. I got 30-inch, no, by 5-yard, 90-pound B watercolor paper for bunnies. So I can do ginormous bunnies. See, I do have like the Timmy paper, but that won't go clear enough. I don't have a lot of it. I just have pieces of it. This won't go clear enough, though. It probably needs to have an acrylic pour over top of it. There are parts I super, super love. Like, I like that. I like that. I don't know. Maybe I would like, yeah, don't have Daddy Van. Plus, that's all I have. That's not enough to like cover the whole canvas. But I could do like a piece and put a piece in. So, but I keep thinking stamping. I'll line the black with gold. Well, I'm wondering if I should go with the theme and write on it. Like scribble on it. With the Posca. Well, yes, I do need to take some pictures of it because there are parts of it that I really like. So Eileen is right. Before we go another step, we should take pictures of some of the corners of it. Because you can mess with it digitally, for sure. Okay. I'm going to go with the lyrics. And a big pasta. And then I may put a bunny on it. Sandpaper to areas. I'm going to try scribbles. What do we want to say? Let's get something old-fashioned. Let's use words from a song. Let's go old school. Oh, it's going to be hard to go old school with this because there ain't no words in this book. You little lit. Just music notes. All right. What kind of fool am I? Busted out a new Posca. Might be too big. Let's see. Okay, so that I like, it's kind of big. Now let's do some black in a smaller size. Posca. I gotta prime it because it's Okay. Let's see. Wrap you up and ribbon you. Okay. Pretty much. Okay. Hi, Elizabeth. I still think I like it vertical. Are we done with it? Is that... I kind of think it might need a bunny on it later. I don't know. I think that made it interesting. Oh, that's the right button. I figured it out. First I was like, what? What do you mean? Done. Just sign it and let it rest. This way? Okay. Or is... I think it goes better this way. Okay. I guess it's done. I do have one thought. Should I fussy cut this butterfly and put it right there? I'm fussy cutting it, and we can decide. Tay, I'll be done in a minute. I know. You're shut out. You can come in just a minute. Give me 2 seconds. No, no, no. No butterfly? Okay. Eileen said we can't have a butterfly.
Okay,
yeah, she can come in. I was going to open the door.
She's done on her.
All right, come on. Come say hi. We're done, basically. Come here, Tay. Whew, we made a mess in here. Come up here. I'm throwing some stuff back where it belongs. And Tay may get up. Dave Nader. Just throwing stuff that goes where it goes. So I don't lose it. Tay. And come up. You gonna say hi? She is mad because I was gone in here. How dare I? There's Shauna. Say hi, Shauna. Oh, good. Button, will you have any problems taking Snoopy with you to New Zealand? You should be able to put her in a carrier and. Oh, Tiger says hello. Tiger says hello. We gotta wash all those brushes out. Don't go. So we saw a picture of our twin, Sugar. She had the same death stare that we give everybody. And then Mom has the audacity to be out there petting that cat outside. Thought it was a girl. Now I think it's a boy. Dude, my phone's about to die. Well, I guess that's about it for me. And it was outside my box. So that's the second one. Love the Arteza paints. There's the first one. That was done on the jelly plate, which I think turned out really cool. I will definitely do the crusty bits and do that again. It was a really quick way to make a canvas. And that's the one I did this morning. So I need to put, seal these with some varnish. Thanks, Eileen. Yeah, this one, It didn't go anywhere where I like kind of thought it was going, but I love it. And it reminded me to write on stuff. This one I still think could use a bunny because I think it's really busy. But we'll let it sit and see what people react to. Oh, you will have to rehome him? Nope. Ring of Fire. This one will be Ring of Fire because it's all the words to a Johnny Cash song. Hey, that's how I make my living, Eileen. Oh, yeah. I mean, that is true, Button. I mean, I just wasn't sure. It is probably very prohibitive. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I figured it would be, very prohibitive. And that it just wouldn't be possible. I was going to use these today, but it just didn't happen. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I mean, you adopted him, and then he was lost. I see he seems to be a vagabond at heart, so I'm sure he will deal with the change, and hopefully he'll find a good home. How did that happen? You know, I didn't put that on there. Tay-Tay did. Tay-Tay got over there and hit something on the computer. Because I'm not touching the computer. Is that not weird? Tay-Tay wants to help find Snoopy a home. Yeah, she's over here running the production, I guess. She changes the TV channel a lot. All right. Night, Eileen. Yeah, she wants everybody to know that Snoopy needs a new home. As long as it's not her porch. All right, guys. I will see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Remember, no stream for me next Friday or Saturday. I'll get to watch Shauna because I'll be at the competition. I just can't stream. So maybe I'll stream Sunday, but I doubt it. All right. Bye, guys.